Edward here from eReviewer.com. I have another video for you. This is another video in my never-ending exploration of the areas that Ingo Swann termed the ESP core. And what the ESP core means, according to Ingo, is the areas of the mind deep below the threshold of awareness, below the subliminal barrier, where we process these inputs that we're gathering from what he termed the second reality. And what I am fascinated with are these different processing realms. These sessions that I'm doing, the only purpose of the target for me is to illuminate these processing realms, to illuminate these parts of the deep mind that are being activated and triggered as these inputs are moving through. The target for this session was the USS Metropolis, a submarine that was, per the feedback photo, that was being repaired in 1996 at a submarine repair facility called the Resolute. And that's what the target was. What was really interesting about this session, what really excited me and fascinated me the most, was that there was a perfect example of memory comparison and also the very subtle difference between the actual unimpeded input and random thought. Those two, as I have found from all of my years of exploration, is that the quality and the feel of the actual unimpeded input is very difficult to distinguish between that and a random thought. And you see that in this video. And what it also triggered was an excellent example of memory comparison. What was happening in my mind as these inputs were moving through my ESP core and the processing was taking place, and a specific memory was triggered per this target. The memory in my mind was that of a battleship at sea, like an old photograph of like a World War II battleship at sea. And that was a beautiful example of memory comparison. It was probably one of the best ones that I've had so far, which really made this video or this session, this experience, very important to me, to be able to really capture it as clearly as that. The other processing realms I'm exploring, what you see in this video, another reason why this was a very interesting session to me, is what I'm exploring as well as shape form recognition and these types of things, is something that Ingo Swann termed creative additions. And creative additions are they're separate from what may be considered imagination. Imagination is a word that is thrown around a lot in some of the schools of remote viewing as a default to all of these processes, which is very unfortunate to me. I don't agree with that at all. There's so many different mental processes. Imagination is only one of many. Creative addition is a very interesting process, and what that entails is that as these inputs are moving through, the part of our mind that is creative, that is part of the imagination, part of the creative core, the artistic core, begins to add a few things on as these inputs are moving through. They don't completely take over the input, they just add some things on as they're moving through. A very interesting process. There's a very specific feel to it. I did notate it in this video, in this session, as it was happening, and I was doing my editing and seeing this process take place. I did notate it as clearly as I could. Again, I'm blind to all of these targets. I have no idea what the target is. I pull them all from online databases, targeting pools online, and I don't have any idea what the target is until I'm done with the session. Then I can go back and look at the videos and begin to decipher what processes were taking place. Again, I'm less interested in solving any mysteries or anything like that right now, or describing things for people, some unknowns or whatever. I'm interested in this major unknown, which is the actual process that is taking place as we're accessing this second reality and pulling these inputs through, and then the processes that are taking place deep in our own mind. So that's what this video is about, and I hope you enjoy it, and many more to come. This here. Five, 6, 7, 3. Wide, round, flat, big. Something big. Tubular. Tubular is this is now going through the core processing realm as something that is tubular or hollow. And maybe creative additions based on tubular. We'll see how I feel about it in the next few minutes. 5, 6, 7, 3. Moving. Wide and angular. Angular. Metallic. Steel. I'm getting memory comparisons now of a steel mill. A steel mill, you know, big metal building. 5, 6, 7, 3. Angular. Large. I'm getting this ocean. This could be random thought or unimpeded, I'm not sure, because it's now bringing me into memory comparison here of a metal ship on the ocean. This feels like memory comparison here. Five, 6, 7, 3. Smooth. Big and angular. Big and angular. Big and angular. Gray. You know, this kind of steel looking color. That's the idea. I don't like that shape though. That's the idea. What am I dealing with with shapes? I'm getting, you know, this big thing here. Big thing. This big thing. Yeah, outside and inside. Outside and inside. Try to get some more sensory. Smooth, feels smooth, big, metallic, edged. Getting this could be a random thought here. Parking. This could be a random thought, but it's also bringing me to memory comparison of other vehicles. You know, trucks, cars. metal. I'm getting moving, edged, moving. This is also bringing me into like racing. Yeah. Vehicles, racing, driving cars, that kind of thing, that kind of moving, or vehicles moving. In and out, edged. This could be a random thought here. Simple. What does that mean? Simple. Simple as in not too complex. Compared to what, though? Not too complex compared to what? Simple compared to what? Simple compared to what? This is now moving through idea generation here of something old. Something old. Simple or not complex compared to modern days. Simple compared to modern. Inside, curved, deep. I am getting, voices, people. People, I feel something about the people, though. Something about the people feel voices. I'm getting this idea, and this could be like this thing, but like a recording. This is an idea. I feel that the input is moving through idea generation. It's bouncing through all kinds of different processes now, including imagination. 5, 5, 6, 7, 3. 5, 6, 7, 3. Looping. People. And standing. Now I'm getting these memory comparison here of like a hall. A hall. I have an image in my mind, and this is probably a memory comparison of an old photo of a hall, like a dance hall, something like that, like an old picture. Or like a dance hall. That's memory comparison. So it's, what am I getting at from that then? We got people. Where are the people though? I don't like this shape. What is the shape? I do feel like there is like some kind of arch. You know, what about something like this? What's basic imaging? I kind of like this a little bit better. Like a stage. Deep, dense, long, outside, around, flat. Energetic. This feels, you know, this feels proportionally pretty decent here compared to these, the size of these things. This feels proportionally pretty good. Yeah, I do get the sense that these might be people here. People. Something big here. Big, smooth. Let me try one more. One more. 5, 6, 7, 3. 5, 6, 7, 3. 5, 6, 7, 3. Dense. Silver. Blue and white and green. Yellow, filmy. Edged. Moist. Green. Deep. Blue. Hot, edged, close. This is giving me, this would be creative additions of like a lava, the hot thing, moving. Five, six, 7, 3. Close. Close. Around. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm looking for basic imaging and shape form recognition. This feels decent to me as far as the shape. And proportionally compared to these things, which feel to me like I get the perception that those are people. And then this range of processing realms here.